So, so this is the Beyond Celebrity Show. I'm your host, Cesar Pena. Of course, we got Miguel Sanchez, our co-host, and we got a special guest.
How you doing?
We got a special guest, my brother from another mother, from the UK, Mr. Oli London. Introduce yourself, Oli.
What's up, Cesar? Thank you so much, Cesar. I just want to say you're a legend in New York. You're a paparazzi legend. So it's an honor to be on your show. So proud of you. You're inspiring so many people. But yeah, I'm just live from London today, joining Cesar, and we're going to be talking all things K-pop.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Ali, I've been following you for definitely the last 2 years, following the way you've been getting into the K-pop world and stuff like that. I know you've been in the K-pop world for a while. What made you like get into this world of K-pop?
Well, as you know, Cesar, as well, I know you're a huge, huge K-pop fan. K-pop is like an addiction. Once you start listening, you just can't stop. So, you know, I used to live in Korea for a whole year. And when I was living there, all you hear is K-pop music on TV, on the radio, and it's an addiction. As soon as you hear a song, it's so catchy, and they blend Korean and English lyrics. So even though you can't understand the song, you can still relate to it because there's a few English words thrown in. So it's just an addiction, and I've been obsessed with BTS and K-pop for 7 years now.
Wow, wow. So right now, I seen that you went back to Korea, just like like a year ago. What is like how are they receiving you? Because now you're becoming a K-pop artist yourself. How are they receiving you as far as someone that comes from like another country coming into their country and doing the whole K-pop thing?
Well, Koreans actually love it. You know, Korean people, they love it when there's someone from a foreign country that, you know, enjoys their culture, you embrace it. And, you know, speaking a few Korean words, they actually appreciate it so much. So for me to go to Korea to, you know, do K-pop singles, you know, which has never been done before by a male solo artist in Europe, you know, it's something very special for them. And they really appreciate it. And they love following the story because, you know, first of all, they find me entertaining because they think this guy, he's crazy. Why is he so obsessed with Korea? They say it to me. They're like, "Why are you obsessed with our country?" And I just say, "I just love you people. You know, the people in Korea, the music. I love the culture, everything." So they're fascinated by it, and they definitely enjoy following the story and my love story with BTS. You know, it's like any country. If you go to a country and you learn their culture, their language, people always respect that and they always appreciate it. So it's the same thing with Korea.
So Ali, I always wanted to ask you this: how is your family taking all this? Like, how's how's like your you know, I don't know if you're still with your mom or your dad and stuff like that, or siblings. How's your family taking that you're taking so much like effort and doing so much stuff, being into the K-pop world and stuff like that? How's your family taking it?
Well, obviously, when, you know, first of all, I'm British. So when, you know, you have a British guy like me that wants to be Korean, wants to be a K-pop star, people think, okay, what on earth is going on with this guy? He's absolutely crazy. He's insane. But no, it's actually just a love, you know, it's a love and appreciation of Korea, the music. I love everything about Korea. And yeah, it's a very hard conversation to have. Oh, by the way, I love Korea. I want to be a K-pop star. You know, many people still don't know what a K-pop star is, you know, especially older people. All the younger people know. So, you know, you have certain generations, they don't actually know K-pop. So it's always, you know, you have to explain all that and people just never really understand. So even my own family and friends, they always think, you know, oh, he's so weird. Why is he doing that? And then especially, obviously, I've had surgery to look like a K-pop star as well. So that's always like a bad conversation with my family. It never goes down well.
Oh my God. So how many surgeries you had to make you look like a K-pop, like a K-pop star, you know, and who you trying to emulate, you know, as far as your facial structures and stuff like that?
Well, I've probably had about 15 procedures in total, but that's over 7 years. So,
Okay.
you know, last year I actually did 5 procedures in one day when I was in Korea, and I'm so happy with the results. But yeah, I've changed a lot of things. But, you know, in Korea, it's very normal. People, even most of the K-pop stars, they undergo plastic surgery like jaw contouring, nose jobs, eye procedures. And I've actually had an eye procedure recently. That's why I've got the sunglasses on.
Okay.
But it's very normal, Cesar. You know, it's all part of that perfect pop package. So my favorite K-pop star is Jimin, and I know you have got to see Jimin so many times,
I
Cesar.
know.
You've been
I know.
so many times.
I know Jimin, of course, J Hope, me and J Hope got this underlying kind of love for each other. Every time he sees me, he kind of looks at me like, you again, and stuff like that. But, you know, the boys are starting to get used to the American culture. You can tell, you know, they're starting to pick up English more now. What people don't get is like, I have a genuine love for them and I want to blow them up in the world of, you know, media, of American media, just the world media, just so they can understand how big they are, you know. And you know, a lot of the young people know how big they are, but I want the, you know, the bigger people, you know, One Direction, they were huge, but these guys are a whole different kind of beast when it comes to singing, dancing, you know, and you know, they're moving in this rapid pace, but people are getting lag behind and they're not understanding the whole K-pop movement. But yeah, I've been a big fan of K-pop for a while, and I love the fact, you know, we share that camaraderie. But who before BTS came along, who was your other group that you was kind of looking at and you was like, wow, they're getting big in the K-pop world?
So when I lived in Korea, it was 2013. So the bands that were popular, and I'm sure you know them, Girls' Generation,
Yes.
they're still huge. They're absolutely amazing, and I've heard they're reuniting as well.
Wow.
There's also a girl group called Tiara. I don't know if you've heard Cesar.
No,
Very
no.
good music. There was 2 p.m. There was Big Bang. Most people know G Dragon, Big Bang, very big band. And yeah, they were some of the groups that I listened to. And it's amazing to see how K-pop has progressed. You know, from back then when it was very popular, but it was not on a global scale. And then you had Gangnam Style that came out, and then BTS came along, and now K-pop is totally global.
Yep.
And you know, so much credit due to BTS for helping that, especially in America. But also credit to you, Caesar, because there's so many media networks and paparazzi that do not cover K-pop. They in America, they don't understand K-pop. You know, it's very hard for K-pop stars to break into the market. So by having someone on their side like you, like an ally, that, you know, helps them get in the press, or a network that decides to put them on a show like James Corden or Jimmy Fallon, you know, that is a huge stepping stone to help other K-pop stars break into the industry in America. So, you know, it's very important the work you do and any other media network to help these people, because they're so talented. I mean, you look at BTS and they just take everyone's breath away. You don't have to understand what they're singing. It's the performance, it's the aesthetic, it's the way they present themselves, the way they talk, the way they come across. It's the whole package, and it's really a beautiful thing. So, you know, even though people might not understand the Korean language, doesn't matter. You see that package and you think, God, these guys are like gods. They're so talented. We need to listen to their music. We need to watch their videos, and that's kind of how it spreads.
Yep. One of my favorite was Big Bang. Oh my God, the boys, they were one of the first ones, and BTS is kind of trying to, you know, hopefully they could pick this up. They were very, like, I interacted with them real good, but it took me a while, you know. And G Dragon and them, they were loving the New York culture too, because you know they was into like the hip hop too, and I was introducing them, like I was like, listen guys, anytime you want to go to Harlem, you know, I got you. They're getting a kick out of
Wow.
it.
Yeah,
But
I've been to
yeah,
that place.
yeah. But it looked like they're about to come back themselves. They're trying to make a comeback too. BTS is so strong right now, and they're kind of overshadowing a lot of people that's trying to come up. Um, who's another group that you got kind of got your eye on that you think that's going to make a surge and kind of mess with BTS's reign right now?
Well, obviously, you know, most people will know now Super M, and Super M is basically a K-pop super group of K-pop stars from different bands that have been the most successful groups in Korea. So what their entertainment company has put them all together into one super group. So you've got all these huge stars from Korea, and you know they're in one group, and their songs are amazing. They had their song "Jopping," which was a
Yes.
huge hit in America, and they performed at
Island.
Capitol Records in Hollywood. That was their debut performance. Then that was in America. They did a lot of TV shows there. So that's one to keep your eye on. I mean, they were definitely created to rival BTS. No one can rival BTS. You know, BTS are unstoppable. They're just incredible. But of course, it's, you know, there's a lot of healthy competition out there for them.
Yeah.
And as well as super groups coming out. Super Junior has been around for a long time, but they're still very popular. They've had a song in the charts recently. That's a great one. NCT 127, which I'm sure you've photographed.
Yes.
They're a great band. And again, they've done so many American TV shows. And then you've got Blackpink. You've got ITZY, which is a girl group. So there's all these groups now, and they've all been touring America, and they're always sold out tours. They're on so many TV shows. Ellen has them on all the time. So it's it's amazing. But it's so many groups to keep an eye out. But of course, BTS is number one.
Definitely, definitely. I got to run into Blackpink. I wish I could have got to talk to them more. The security around them, oh my God. Like, I thought it was like a bunch of little presidents coming out. They had at least, I want to say 20 guys protecting like a barrier. And I was just like, yo, I just want to say hi to the girls, you know?
Crazy.
So,
I mean, they need it because they have, quite crazy fans sometimes. Some fans can be very invasive or, stalkerish or try and touch them and stuff. So they certainly need the protection. I know BTS obviously have to as well,
100%.
because it's a different level of fandom. It's an amazing fandom because it's so supportive, but it's a different level of K-pop stars are seen as gods. I look to Jimin as a god. People worship them as idols. There's a reason they're called idols. They're like kind of demigods. People worship them, and they don't seem human. They're just so perfect. So people can certainly lose themselves when they see a K-pop star. So obviously they need all that extra protection just to make sure they're comfortable and safe. Because you do get people that are trying to stalk them, and they actually find their hotel and they actually try to go in their hotel room, or they actually get on the same plane as them. You sometimes get people working in airports in Korea, very rarely, but there have been cases where the airport staff have tipped off a fan, and the fan has been able to buy a ticket sitting next to them, which is illegal, to do that for the airline to sell information. But yeah, there's been some scandals with that in Korea, so it's scary. So of course they need protection. But I can understand, like for me myself, I'm a huge BTS K-pop fan. So if I saw Jimin, I would be screaming, I would be jumping for joy. But of course, you've got to respect their privacy. It's very, very important.
Definitely. One of the best moments I had with the guys, I think they did iHeartRadio, and they were about, I want to say 400 fans surrounding their vans and everything. And the respect that they had when it was coming out, like you could hear them wanting to scream, but they were like, guys, it was a weird kind of, because you could feel the energy. And when they went in the van, they were losing their minds. Like, oh my God, I just saw Jimin, I just saw J-Hope, I just saw the guys. And I was just like, wow, this it's an amazing movement. I'm definitely in it, and yeah, it's great. Miguel, we got any questions?
Yeah, so Beatrice, thanks Beatrice for keep coming back. She's from Paris. She said, France, I don't know if it's Paris, but she's from France. She asked, do you know Jay Park, and have you been on Barcroft channel?
Yes, so Jay Park is a very famous Korean rapper. He used to be in 2PM. He's been going for a long time, and he's now got his own entertainment company. But yeah, I do like his music. And yes, I have had 2 shows on Barcroft TV. I will have more in the future as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, initially that was my first TV show, was Barcroft TV. And that's the first time I kind of explained my love for BTS and K-pop. I kind of shared my story with the world. And that was the first time. So yeah, Barcroft TV.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
That was in 2018, and it takes a lot of guts to share a story because especially when I'm being different, I'm being unusual for people. I'm British, I like the Korean look. It's a very unusual thing. It's an unusual concept. So to explain that on TV in front of tens of millions of people is obviously I know there's people that have negative reactions, which is very sad. But at the end of the day, I just felt I needed to share my story. It's something that made me happy. It brings me joy. I also want to bring joy to other people, and also encourage all these young fans to be unique, follow their dreams, be themselves, and do what makes them happy.
And that was going to be the next question. Like, what doing this journey, right? What do you want to say to young fans, and what would you tell the young Ali when the young Ali was coming up? What would you tell the young Ali to look forward to the future, and what advice would you give the young Ali?
So for young K-pop fans, I would just say, and for fans in general, I would just say, always, always believe in yourselves. If you have a dream in life, doesn't matter what people say, just achieve it. You can achieve it. If you put the idea out there into the universe, you can make it happen. But of course, it takes hard work and dedication. But never, ever let people dampen your spirit. Always, always believe in yourself. That's what I'd say to young people and to K-pop fans as well. If someone wants to be a K-pop star, they can. I'm not the best singer in the world, I'm not the best dancer, but I do it. I make it happen because I work very hard for it. So, you can achieve anything in life if you have the right mindset and the right attitude. And then for a young Ollie, I was asked this question by Dr. Phil as well. It's a very difficult question because I've changed so much since then. But for a young Ollie, I would I would have supported what I'm doing now. I would have said, look, this is your dream. You love K-pop, you love music, make this happen. I never thought it was possible until recently. Last few years I've been doing music, but I didn't think it's possible. But yeah, I would just tell myself, follow that dream, it will come true. I did ask the universe for things when I was younger, and it's all come true because I've worked hard towards that.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I actually, when I'm looking at your YouTube channel and I'm looking at some of your songs that's coming up, I'm like, I can see the growth.
Yeah.
And that's being persistent, being consistent, and just throwing yourself out there and just you being yourself. Once you're yourself, you don't have to question nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You're genuine, you're yourself. Whatever anybody else says, it's whatever. As long as you're yourself, nothing else matters. Miguel, we got any more questions? I think Miguel's stuck. So what's next for you, Oli? What's like the next steps you're gonna take now?
Well, this year, obviously, the coronavirus is very tragic. What's happening now, so it's a very difficult time for people around the world, and I pray that everyone will be okay, especially for New York, where you are now. Please be safe, and same for London and the rest of the world. But I've already filmed a lot of TV shows for this year, so I have 3 new TV shows coming out in the UK on all the major networks. Have something coming out in America, and I'll have something coming out worldwide. And then I have music. I'm always working on my music. So as you said just now, you've seen since my first single, I've really improved. Each time I've improved the music video, the sound, the song. So I'm working very hard on that. So each time you'll see that kind of gradual change, that gradual improvement, and that extra kind of confidence. So I'm just really working on that, just improving the quality of my content, and just starting my YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to start doing like video diaries, cosmetic reviews, talking about K-pop, maybe doing some interviews with celebrities or K-pop stars, and just talking generally about Korea, K-pop. And then I've also got a film coming out later this year, which is art film. So it's
congratulations, Oli. Like I'm so I've been a big fan of you and your movement and the way you've been, and I know it's vice versa. I always get love from you, Oli, and you always checking in on me, Oli. So I always appreciate that. Anything you want to plug in besides that stuff? Like, I know your YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
So for my music, it's Oli London Vivo, and then just my general YouTube channel is Oli London, and that's where I'm going to be doing cosmetic reviews and just talking about K-pop. And then my Instagram is London Oli, so you guys can see pictures of me, videos, and you can kind of see my K-pop journey. And I'm always talking about BTS, always supporting them, so please come and support them with me.
Amen, amen. Miguel, you there? I think he's stuck again.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. It's great, Cesar, I've again seen how much you've supported the K-pop community. So for everyone listening, Cesar is changing the game in America. These K-pop stars are getting publicity in major media networks around the world because of Cesar, because of 24/7 Patch. These guys are pioneers because there's so many media networks in America that do not cover K-pop. I struggle sometimes as well. So Cesar is putting BTS out there. He's helping Blackpink. He's helping all these groups, get the publicity they need to then get to the next level in America. So, all credit is due to Cesar for helping BTS so much in America.
Thank you, Oli. Appreciate you, Oli. What's saying, Oli? You are the best. I always got love for you, Oli. Continue success. I'm definitely gonna keep documenting your journey too. This is not going to be the only time you're going to see Ali. You know, we're gonna definitely be looking into Ali all the time.
I'll definitely come to New York, and yeah, I need to meet Jimin. I really, because I know you're friends with BTS. Basically, they always talk to you and stuff. So you need to introduce me.
100%, Ali. You're already in. It's just a matter of time right now, Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know it's gonna happen.
So,
it's got to be on a TV show. I think Ellen or something. It's gonna happen there. And I'll meet, you know, my idols, and I'll tell them how much I love them. So it's gonna happen.
Exactly. Go ahead, Miguel.
So there's two questions. My internet is, you know, chopping up, but basically, Beatrice asked, why do you think K-hip-hop is not as mainstream as K-pop? And then she also asked, do you follow people back? So if she follows you on Instagram, will you follow her back?
So K-hip-hop is actually growing now. So like someone mentioned already, Jay Park is a very popular artist. You've got Ravi, Zico. So there's many K-hip-hop artists out there. And actually, if you go to Korea in the clubs, they don't even play K-pop in the clubs in Korea. They play EDM or K-hip-hop. So, you know, if you go to Korea, you're definitely going to find K-hip-hop is more popular there. But I just think it's growing. It's a bit like, you know, the rest of the world. Pop is the main genre of music. And then you have different subcategories. You've got R&B, which is basically the second most popular. Hip-hop, it's kind of the same there. So it's still very popular. And, you know, I have to keep my followers very low on Instagram. But certainly if you comment on one of my pictures, I'll try my best to reply. I always try my best. I can't always reply. But yeah, send me a comment on one of my pictures and I'll try my best to reply.
Ali, you know, I got love for you. Continue your success.
Thank you.
Final words. Be careful. Make sure you guys are careful out there. It's real serious out there. Yesterday in America, there was over 600 deaths.
Wow.
So, and it's picking up crazy fast right now. So I just want everybody to be safe.
Please stay safe, everyone. It's a very difficult time. Make sure to, you know, social distance, try to stay in your home, and then make sure to wash your hands. And, you know, I would really recommend wearing a mask. A lot of Western governments don't understand the mask thing, but in Asia, they use them and it really prevents diseases spreading. So please wear a mask, guys.
Yep. So thanks again, Ali.
Thank you so much.
And for Ali,
Nice to meet you, Ali.
And we are a wrap.
Yay.
Yes.
Is it still live or no?